Hello, how is everyone doing? This is StarPath Academy coming to you with crypto, real estate, precious metals, and other interesting stuff. Today we saw some flash crashing. Bitcoin poofed and went down roughly 20%. It was and brought down the house with it, right? All of the altcoins fell as well, um, to some degree. What was interesting though that Ethereum compared to Bitcoin didn't fall that much. So to me that shows that there is the decoupling happening. And while Bitcoin is cooling off and Ethereum was heating up, Ethereum will be soaking up some of that cash that people will be moving away from Bitcoin, and the altcoins will be soaking them up, especially Ethereum and some bigger names because the big boys seem to like it now, and they're more crypto versed than they were before. So that is definitely interesting. Um, Now, of course, with Bitcoin, I see the head and shoulders happening. So definitely not a good sign, a head and shoulder pattern. So if you take a look at a long-term chart, then you'll immediately see. Maybe not. I don't know. You tell me in the comment section. Please do. Actually, let me know if you do see a head and shoulder pattern for Bitcoin. I do, but you know. Now it did find support, right? It did find support around this 50,000. Of course, the flash crash was to about $43,000, and my honest opinion is I think we're gonna revisit that. I think we're going down for 43. Now, will it happen? Possibly. I don't know. But I'm not in Bitcoin right now, especially definitely not as much as I would want to be. I'm still looking for some good buying opportunities, but I think I think there are some better deals elsewhere to be found. The alts have crashed, of course, but you know the percentage of which Bitcoin crashed and how much the alt crashed, it wasn't that big anymore. So what we're seeing is that some alts are decoupling from Bitcoin. Now that won't really happen completely. I don't think so in the near future, but there's a trend, right? And Bitcoin is losing some market cap. So digital gold, you be the judge. I'm not. I don't want to bash Bitcoin. I think it's still the coin, right? And news coming out that Visa and some other big hat people want to pick it up, where you could possibly buy Bitcoin right from your bank. So that I'm assuming they want to soak up more people. They want to herd more people into Bitcoin. So that's actually something to watch out for. Whenever there's people being herded in a direction. Ethereum also is big in the news, of course, with the massive gains. Um, but I'm looking at some other altcoins, and yeah, if you like the video and you subscribe, then I'll be talking some of those coins. What I'm looking at, which could be well, not Ethereum killers. Uh, that seems to be the term, Ethereum killer. The next Ethereum, everything is the next Ethereum, but definitely some layer 2 solutions and some possible competition to Ethereum. So, and it's not what you think. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Join me in the next video and we'll talk about those a little bit. All right. So another news was that Elon Musk just told us that Tesla will be no longer receiving Bitcoin as a payment method if you want to buy your new Tesla, right? So that's interesting. Now, some people say that that caused the flash crash. Definitely in the realm of possibilities, to be honest. Definitely in there. Um, could it be? Now, if it is, if that was really the cause of the flash crash, that's actually really bad news. That just means that that even though everyone and their dog own Bitcoin, of course they exaggerate, but you know, compared to what it was 5 years ago, right? We're still on the same mentality of well, I wouldn't say pump and dump, but hype and buy, and and bad news sell everything, uh, which is of course not us hodlers. um, well, I probably shouldn't call myself hodler, but but yeah, definitely a lot of people. Just because a lot of people moved into Bitcoin, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're more stable. So that's that, right? Are we more stable? Yes, to some degree. You know, we thought that's the case, but it's turning out that it's probably not, and we're just as vulnerable to um, news and hype and fear, and probably even more so. Because back in the day, the hodlers were the majority of Bitcoin holders. Now it's people just trade it, right? And people hold it to turn a buck, right? And those people are more affected by bad news or good news, right? Um, so yeah, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. So let's talk about some altcoins in the next video. And another interesting topic that I wanted to talk about for a while now is inflation. Inflation in the US, in the Western world generally. And yeah, so actually let's talk about that in the next video. I think it's more pressing. Um, and I happen to live through a high inflation period in Romania in the 90s. So I have some experience that I would like to share with you. So yeah, subscribe and I'll let you in on some of the interesting facts about inflation and how they play out. Now, I think that will be interesting. So, see you in the next video.